I'm in comfy clothes today, I don't really mind, but I need to communicate this message. I think this message is so much more important than looking cute. Hi everyone, I'm Styleboy and welcome to my world. And in today's video, it is a little bit more serious. So for anyone who's new, which by the way, thank you for actually coming on this video. This isn't what I usually do, but I need to deliver this message ASAP because this could potentially affect you even watching this or even me publishing content, which is scary to think about because it just is. So, basically there is this act or article that is in Europe and it's in part of the European Parliament, which is called Article 13. It's basically about copyright and about trying to stop copyright and trying to prevent it, which again, that's all good, like we get it, but it's so strong and it's to an extreme. Like when I mean extreme, it's so extreme that it's like you can't repost anything, you can't reblog anything, memes will literally go away. And you literally have to show every single evidence that you own everything, including text, graphics, images, music. This literally will stop so much. So memes will die out. People have got famous from memes. James Charles, the Catch Me Outside, Hey About That Girl, Target Jake or Target something, I forgot his name, but so many people become famous from memes. Covers will go, and so many people start off musically with covers, and covers will just disappear because it's copyright, although you're singing it yourself, which is so stupid. I don't get why that would be part of it. Mashups, which if you know, I love so many mashups. Mashups would die, they would disappear, they would go, they would not exist. So basically, if you're wondering what will happen to these videos, if you live in the European Union, including the UK, that they go for brackets some time, but I don't really care, like it's still gonna affect us. Your video will be instantly blocked. So it's not just YouTube, the thing I'm filming with right now, it's also stuff like Instagram, Snapchat, SoundCloud. I can't think of the rest there in my head. I think like a bunch of other ones. They'll be blocked if you can't show that you own every single little detail. From the image you use to the music in the background, you literally have to prove that you own it. And that is also impossible because how, like, what do they mean prove? Do they mean like you have to like have a receipt? Do they mean like you have to physically make it? And even if that's the case of like they have to prove that everything's your own, do you know how impossible it is to make certain sound effects? Like the mouse clicking thing I do in every single video when there's an image come up. Do you know how impossible that is? You have to buy a certain mouse, you have to get a microphone, then you have to do it, then you have to do it a couple of times to make sure it's the perfect thing. That's so difficult, and then to recreate those is so impossible. And then certain things like mashups. Like, as again, like, I'm bringing up mashups because I freaking love mashups, and if you know I use mashups in my actual video, that would be blocked. Like so many of my favorite mashup artists such as Raheem DTV would like, his literal channel would go because the mashups would be always copyrighted, they'd always be blocked instantly. Like people like DJ Panorama, ADM Music. It also affects people who are bigger. So for example, official music videos, apparently they would go. I don't know if that's not the case, but apparently so, because they bring up this little video keeps on going on like around YouTube and stuff like that, and one of them is Esposito and it doesn't come up, and that's like, huh? Like an official music video won't come up because it's copyrighted, which is then impossible because then how is it gonna happen? But the thing that I think, like, as well as music, that makes me so upset and so mad about this is that the fight for equality will go, it will go right down in Europe, because if you're blocking everything, you're literally avoiding people from having a freedom of speech, you're avoiding people from spreading articles such as like articles from like America about like certain things becoming forward or certain things going back and then people fighting for it, and certain inspirational things that people are doing. You're literally blocking people from having a freedom of speech, you're blocking people from communicating and making change. And again, a lot of the content that we create, like as YouTubers, literally changes the world. If you know, this year I have made so much content that I am so proud of that has honestly, I feel like maybe impacted someone. I know that sounds so vain, and I don't mean to sound vain at all or big-headed or stuff like, oh my god, I'm so great. No, I don't. What I mean is that the content that I made for this year, such as my media we need to talk video, such as my boy problems video, because I use Instagram captions, they would be blocked. Because I used Instagram photos in the beginning bit, they would be blocked. And I couldn't spread the message because no one can repost something because it's classed as copyright, which is stupid because it's really not. You're always giving a link, you're always giving the title, giving enough detail to make sure that it's theirs and you know it's theirs. And even if people do it in the video, they usually give credit, and you know where it's from because it's either a meme. They always put credit at the end, and it's just in my head, I'm like, it doesn't make sense. And it really invigorates me because, like, again, as you know, YouTube is one of my hobbies. It's one thing that I love to do. And yeah, I am not one of these content creators with like 1 million subscribers that's like, oh my god, it's gonna affect my job and my money's gonna go. No, it's not, but it's gonna affect so many other things. It's gonna affect who I am as a person. It sounds so weird, but it's gonna affect that because I won't be able to communicate my messages across. I won't be able to communicate about autism. I won't be able to communicate about thingy, because if this is just the beginning to do with copyright, do you know how messed up it's gonna get into the future? Like, literally, not only will America be doing this, but also that they potentially could start to copyright what people say. Like, you can't quote stuff, which is then really important. If you are in university, you have to quote stuff. Yeah, okay, fine, like they have a plagiarism check, but you have to quote stuff, so you have to go online and you have to copy and paste and do the quotation marks and leave who it's credited by in your bibliography or in your thingy. So like, and I guess even like companies like Grammarly, I guess they would be massively affected, and they're brilliant because they end up helping you with spell check, but they would also be probably then on copyright check to make sure you're not copywriting something in the description. That also means people like on SoundCloud, a lot of the YouTube music we use, such as Joa thingy, of course his surname, but they would be affected. So many people, I don't get it. Oh, but I think it's just so scary because it literally is stopping us from speaking. And I was so like, should I make a video on this? Shouldn't I? I was like, you know what, I am gonna make a video on this. It's been on my mind all week and I have to. Because this could potentially disrupt the whole entire internet. And knowing people, they can change. And obviously, like, again, a lot of the content we create with music, with everything, like we always give credit. Like 95% of people give credit. The 5% that don't is literally like bleh, and that's it. Then 5% that don't give credit. That means, again, like I said, reposting stuff would obviously change. But again, even on Instagram, like this is, I just said, it's not a YouTube issue. And you know, on my stories when you put music on in the background, like let me give you an example. So for example, like this. That would be instantly gone because that's got copyright and that would be blocked. Or even, for example, when I mention a certain account, or when I give them credit, or when I'm like, oh my god, this video is amazing, you guys should check it out, that's gonna be blocked because it's copyright. I'm like, no it's not. Like, and again, like, well, I watched the FBE reaction video, which I was so annoyed that I didn't know about it because that was on September 12th, and now YouTube is starting to talk about it in November, and I'm like so annoyed. But they said like it's literally gonna affect everything, and it's gonna literally stop people from like community, like shouting out, giving credit, publicity. How do you think so many artists become so big online? So for example, artists like Billie Eilish, Madison Beer, Shawn Mendes, Why Don't We, BTS, K-pop. So many artists have become so massive because of the internet. Oh, Chance the Rapper also. But so many artists become so big because of the internet. So many people become discovered because of the internet. So it's almost like they can't repost it, they can't, oh my god, this person's amazing, because it's gonna stop them. Which also then affects the music industry also, because then it makes artists who are smaller stay smaller and affect all the bigger artists to make them smaller. So it makes it so hard to work with. It affects viewers, so people, you watching this are gonna be affected, because that means stuff like videos, but I just showed you that you can work your way to the top, this video will be blocked. They block all my videos that I'm so proud of and I work so hard on, and so many content creators work so hard on. They would be blocked because they've got copyright in them, and then it would make it even more harder for me to make another video, because that means it'd be silent content like this one. Honestly, be like, you can't use a graphic, you can't edit, you can't do stuff that's fun, you can't experiment because it's copyrighted. It is so extreme and I hate it. And honestly, like, we just need to spread a message. Like, this video, hopefully should help. So I don't really know what to talk about because I just feel like there's so much to do with it that I don't know, but that I do know actually, because I've tried to educate myself before it, because the thing that I was scared about with this video is that I would just go head in and be like bleh without educating myself. So I watched a couple of videos, I looked in the YouTube thingy, and I'm educated on it because I know the consequences. And it's not just me who's fighting. You got Philip DeFranco who's fighting, which is a massive YouTuber who really went really fast and educated people on it. You've got so many bigger YouTubers like Dodie and Hamza Productions who are both fighting for it, who are both like really successful because of YouTube. And there are so many people who like need to join in on the battle. So that's why I'm encouraging you guys to actually have your say. Tweet about it, which YouTube suggested. Like tweet about it using the hashtag saveyourinternet. I don't have Twitter, so I'm not gonna do that. That's why I'm making this video. Literally share this with everyone that you know and make sure it gets out there, because if we don't have a say, this law will continue, this law will pass and not be redrafted at all, and then we'll be all suffering, because that means for YouTubers in America who are big and small, so such as like Kerry and Jay and Kendall and James Charles and so many other content, they would be destroyed because literally it would go down. Like their views would go down, everything would go down because we can't view it, so they have to be extra careful. And then people in the European Union such as Nikki Tutorials, Emma Rectangle, Soph Does Nails, Sahar, like literally people would be going even more down because now our videos get blocked. So people in the European Union, so from Germany, France, Spain, Poland, so many other countries that I just can't think of off the top of my head, and the UK, their videos will be blocked and we can't watch it. I know I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I just don't understand why this law needs to make sense. I get why it's supposed to be to protect copyrights of artists and people that don't get advantage, but then at the same time, it then affects everyone else, affects the internet, and will change the complete internet forever. So please, I am begging you, and what I mean by begging you, I am begging you, if you have a YouTube channel, talk about this. I'll literally put in the description below ways to get educated, because I know that it's freaking difficult to literally talk about, like literally get educated. I'll put things in the description. I'll literally put how to spread the message. Literally people, I just want you to fight, because like I just don't know what would happen. And it would really scare me because, like, again, the internet, like, weirdly enough, this sounds so weird, but the internet actually did make me who I am in a way, because it led me to discover so many things, such as Shawn Mendes. I discovered Shawn Mendes online. I discovered Ariana Grande online. I discovered so many different people online. I discovered my taste in fashion because of online. Polyvore literally helped me so much, and that, yes, was very reliant on using images from Tumblr and using images from We Heart It, and the idea of that going really was hard, but to let the internet then go also, and then like Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, all of that, where they not rely but use things to educate people, to talk about things, to communicate things, to celebrate things, to talk about music. My music videos wouldn't exist anymore because it's copyright. I'm so passionate. I'm just so hurt that this is actually could happen. And I definitely want you guys to have your say, please. I want you guys to spread this video, not to get me views. I don't give a fuck about that. I really don't. But me, I want this video to be spread so people have a say. Literally, talk about this thing on your channel. Talk about it on Twitter. Talk about it on Instagram. Talk about everything you can now while you have the chance. And have your say, because having your say now is better than sitting there and doing nothing. And I don't want you to, okay, and also I don't want you guys to feel forced to have a say if you really don't have a say because you feel uncomfortable and all that. I'm not forcing you to do what you want. It's just that for me, I need to have my say. And I've had my say, and I feel just need to get this out in the world, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this. Please share this video. That's the only thing I'm gonna focus on. Please, I beg you, share this video and share hashtag save your internet. The world will completely change. So I hope you enjoy this, and I will see you guys next week with hopefully a more happier video, okay? See you guys soon. Cheers, adios, goodbye.